Hello and welcome to another American Arbitrage video, and today we are at the Goodwill outlet, aka the bins. It's a madhouse. Come with us and see what we can find to flip online. It's been about 2 years since I've been to the Salt Lake City bins, and I haven't been to a bins at all since last summer when I was in California, so I'm not used to going to the bins. It's a totally new, wild, crazy environment for me. I want to show you in this video what it's like as a seasoned reseller to go and see what I can find. As you can tell, Dawn, right away into the plushes, she found quite a few today at the bins. One thing we noticed pretty quickly is that the hard goods were a little bit more overlooked and less thoroughly went through than the clothing. A lot more people in the clothing bins, I get it, but the hard goods is where we, sell in general, so it made sense for us to go through this. Lots of plushes, lots of just one shoe, not a pair. We found a ton of that. A few different pairs of shoes I would have got if there was a pair, but there wasn't. Right off the bat, I did find a pair of shoes, Asics. Now, I know that's not the best brand in the world, but I also know it's not a terrible brand. They need a little bit of cleaning, but I'm going to clean those up. I've been more interested in shoes lately. I mean, reselling for me after all these years is about what I'm interested in selling, and toys and cards, sports cards are my favorite, but shoes, for whatever reason, in the last couple weeks, I've been digging, so I'm going to buy them, clean them up, and post them up for sale. I do have to say this about the bins. They are super overwhelming. It may be the fact that I don't go that often. That's probably a big reason why. But they are super overwhelming, and also, as you're going to tell a little bit later on, very, very competitive. I like the competitive part. I'm a pretty nice guy, but I don't like to be, pushed around. So you got to stand your ground on things, and you have to be willing to dig through. I probably should have had a pair of gloves, me and Dawn. We're looking at shoes, but some of these were just a little bit too dirty to want to clean up. There was a nice Titleist hat if it wasn't completely dirty. One trend I'm noticing is a lot of incomplete pairs. What do you call one item that's part of a pair? Is there like some word for that other than a single item? I don't know. I found a really, really cool snap-on hat here, but the snaps were broke on the snap-on hat. What? As a toy seller, it's nice to see some toys at the bin. This would have been a definite buy. I think this is Lanyard. The only issue is there's a little piece broken on the front. If that was missing, okay, but it seems like it was broken, so I don't want to get that. Here's something that a lot of people would overlook at the bins, a garage sale, a thrift store, an estate sale, and it's these plastic wiffle ball bats or just plastic bats. This is a powerhouse. It's got the MLB logo on it. It's a pro model, like some 45, 75, 78, 9, just a lot of numbers. Don't worry about that. But look it up on your phone. I was definitely thinking it was going to be worth some money, and I wasn't surprised when it was. Before I get to that, Dawn is on a roll. She found another plush with the tag. So I found this on eBay, sold $21.99, different colorway. So I should be able to get about 22 plus shipping on this. Not bad at all. It's under £1, so I'll get it for less than $2. Good find. Dear Magic 8 Ball, will everyone watching this video like and subscribe to this channel? It's inconclusive, but I sure hope you guys do, please. Next up, buried under a mountain of trash, I found a semi-retro Sony Dream Machine CD player, a little bit beat up, needs to be cleaned up, tangled up. It took me a while to get this untangled, but for the couple dollars it's going to cost me to buy that, I should be able to get about $15 to $20 plus shipping, so not bad at all. Found another cute plush for the Whatnot auction. These do pretty well. This is going to be like under $1 for me, so I'm going to throw it in. Here I am taking a chance, but once again, I'm at the bins, so it's not really much of a chance. This weighs nothing. La Crusade little bag. I'm not sure if that's worth anything, but I'm going to throw it in the basket, and we'll see if it's worth anything. Wish me luck. At this point, I decided to dive all the way into my uncomfortable zone, the clothing. There is so much clothing. It is so overwhelming. Let's see if I can find some gems. I think I can. I was going through this pile of clothing. I see that red shirt down there, and it is one that I'm going to throw in my Whatnot auction. Nothing crazy. It is a St. Louis Cardinals shirt, just a bread and butter one. It's by Majestic, so that's a solid official brand for the MLB. This will probably only make me, somewhere between like $2 and $6 in my auction. But once again, costing me under $1. Gonna throw it in. I'm just happy to find something in the clothing section. Next up, I was strolling by this guy, and right in his general area where he's digging, I saw a jersey. So I was trying to see if I could get in there. He's digging at the same spot I want to get in. I'm trying, being a little aggressive. Still haven't got it. And it ends up being a Seattle Mariners jersey. A little bit of wear, but really clean patches on it. It looks to be in decent condition overall, just needs to be cleaned. Seattle Mariners. I'm always looking for jerseys. I never find them at a good price at Savers, Goodwill, and not even that often at the DI, so I was super stoked to pick this up. If you've been to one of my Monday or Thursday picker auctions, you know we sell a lot of Disney stuff. This is a mini tank top. Once again, weighs nothing. Thank goodness we are at the bins. So I threw this in. This should make us a few bucks and be some good filler for our auction. It's definitely pretty random to find a kids hockey jersey, especially from Minnesota, the Minnesota Wild. Here in Utah. So I'm happy to get this. I don't know if that's like an official jersey or kind of just like a fun kids jersey, but it looks good, in fairly good condition. I'm going to pick it up for the auction. We've also had some pretty good luck with throws, blankets, pop culture ones in our auction. Don found a Force Awakens one here. We got a Kylo Ren one for the last auction that did well. So anything pop culture you see like this, I believe it would sell pretty well on eBay also, but we're picking this up for our Whatnot auction and think it'll do pretty well. One really awesome thing about going to the bins, the outlet, is they bring out fresh stuff like every half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. They do a whole complete section. So this is like 20, 25, 30 bins or something. We're going to go see what we can find. I stayed back on this one, honestly. I'm not going to go rush and get into it. I'm going to the hard goods anyway. As you can see, it's kind of chaos and madness. People are going everywhere, but the hard goods are kind of left alone. There's only a few people digging in there. Since I don't know much about, clothing to begin with, I'm going to spend my time looking in the hard goods. At this point, the adrenaline is pumping. I'm picking up anything that looks interesting. I'll check it out later. I didn't end up getting that weird, sad bear, but I'm just throwing stuff around, and I am not much of a digger, so I'm throwing stuff around, getting into it, looking for stuff, finding one shoe, getting annoyed. That's kind of how it was here at the start, but I did end up finding this vintage, Sunoco hat. It's just a vintage hat. I'm going to throw it in the auction. It doesn't weigh anything, so I'm just going to throw it in the auction and see what it does. The new bins are coming in clutch. I found at Build-A-Bear. These will sell on eBay, but this one's just going to go in my Whatnot auction. Churn and burn, move it, and go to the next item. Dawn is definitely finding some gold in these bins, like that bird, decorative bird, and we also got this Jordan backpack. Not sure what that's worth, but that's going to be a good find. I'm pretty sure of it. Found another pair of shoes, very clean, in good condition. I know it's not a great brand, Fila. It's not going to go for a lot of money. I know that, but at the prices we're paying, and I'll repeat that over and over again, we're not paying much, so I'm going to take some chances. Being at the bin allows you to try different stuff and see what works and what doesn't. Dawn found a nice some Disney backpack, like mini backpack. We've sold some of the figures in our auction before. This is going to go in our auction, and we should do well on it. This next find was definitely our favorite find of the day. It is a vintage 80s or 90s Mickey and Company gray sweater. Super awesome, in great condition. No stains that we saw on it. Just awesome. One recently sold on eBay in December for $50, $49.99 plus shipping. But this happens sometimes. There's one person who has a listing right now at $12 plus shipping. I think that's too low. $50 might have been a really good price on it. But I'm thinking I'm either going to put this on eBay at like $20 to $30 plus shipping or run it through our Whatnot auction. We should do well either way on this sweater. Definitely my favorite find of the day. We absolutely love flipping pop culture items. This is a Jurassic Park book from 1993, the movie storybook. It would probably go for a few bucks on eBay, but once again, this is another item for our Whatnot auction. This kind of vintage stuff from the early 90s of big IPs like Jurassic Park does really, really well for us. And I didn't even notice Dawn got this till we got out here. A brand new sealed Mary Poppins DVD. Not big money, but we're happy to get it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And before I go, I want to give you a little advice on going to the bins. Be confident and be friendly. Be nice to people. People share. People are really cool. But also be confident. Don't let people push you around. Be nice, but also don't be a pushover. That's my advice to you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Also, go check out the Trash to Cash podcast, the worst reseller podcast out there that I'm a part of. Me, Kevin Commonwealth Picker, and also Dave, the NC Picker. We do a weekly on Tuesday podcast here on YouTube. Go check it out, sub, and just have a good time listening. We appreciate you guys. Take care.